Hi, I'm Jill Bateman with OIT Web Services. Ohio University has a new content management system, and we refer to it as the WebCMS. The WebCMS is built on an open source content management system called Drupal, and Drupal is a pretty unique CMS. Before we dive into this introduction to Drupal, I just want to remind you that a content management system is just a way for you to update web content without needing to know or understand the technical aspects of web development. Drupal is unique in that it takes a modular approach to content management. Normally, when we look at a web page, we see it as one thing, a web page. But there's no such thing as a page in Drupal. There are only content items that are stored in a database. Try to imagine seeing boxes around functional areas on a web page. One of those boxes might be left side navigation. One might be main content. One might be the information at the bottom of the page that never changes. Drupal separates these boxes and lets you manage them independently, and although that can be complicated at times, it's pretty amazing. Working in Drupal means that we'll be adopting a new language, but fortunately it won't be nearly as challenging as learning French. In fact, there are only a couple of terms you need to help you safely navigate Drupal as a content contributor. The first new term is node. All content on a Drupal website is stored and treated as nodes, and this is a really important concept to understand. A node can be any type of content on the site, and in our case, we have 5 basic content types in Drupal. The basic page content type, the article content type, the profile content type, the FAQ content type, and the card content type, which is currently in development as of this recording. We've covered details about each of these content types in other videos in this series, so be sure to watch those to better understand each one. The next important concept is groups. We use groups to divide subsites under the URL for ohio.edu. For instance, if you want to work on a page in finance, you would click on the link in your main page called Finance. Finance is a group in Drupal. Police is a group in Drupal. Financial aid is a group in Drupal, and so on. Okay, so now we have a basic understanding of nodes and groups. Let's talk broadly about editing content in Drupal. No matter what, you must be logged into the WebCMS before you can edit any content in your group. Just type webcms.ohio.edu/web-login into the address bar of your web browser. Depending on the type of access you have, you can now edit any type of content, like basic pages or FAQs. You just need to remember that the content types are nodes. So you'll want to click on the tab that says Nodes to see the content types available for editing. Throughout this video series, you'll see one basic way to edit your content by going into your group, then choosing Node, then editing your content type. But you can also get to that content by bypassing those steps through the links on the page that you're viewing, as long as you're logged in. If you hover over the right side of the main content, you'll see a pencil icon. If you click on that and choose Edit, you'll be taken to the edit page for that content type. If we go back to that main page and look just below the main content, you'll see some navigation choices, one of which is Edit. If you click on that, again, you'll go right back to the edit page for that content type. This is handy when you're reading through your website and want to make quick edits to the page that you're on. The WebCMS is still in the early stages of development, and as time goes on, you'll see changes and improvements to the user interface. But if you understand these basic concepts of how Drupal works, you'll be able to navigate your way around and easily edit your content. Thanks for watching, and please let us know in the comments if there are any other topics you would like covered in this series.